Hi, everybody. My name's Greg Lamberson. I'm the writer and director of Slime City. I hope you're all keeping warm out there in Brooklyn. I want to thank Spectacle and Uniondocs for arranging this screening. I think it's really cool. For all the times we've screened in New York City, we've only shown once before in Brooklyn, and that was a private screening arranged by Spectacle. So I think technically you're at the Brooklyn premiere. Over half the film was shot in Brooklyn. The main character's apartment was in my apartment was the first floor of a house in Bay Ridge on 81st Street between 4th Avenue and 5th Avenue. And that was Alex's apartment, his downstairs neighbor Roman's apartment, the basement of the building where they keep the slime, and the gypsy parlor for Madame Selena. Those were all in the same house in Bay Ridge, Brooklyn. And I used the house again in my second film, a vampire movie called Undying Love. We also shot at Fort Hamilton Parkway and I think 62nd Street. That's where the bad girl next door, that's where her apartment was. And we set the college that Alex supposedly goes to, the art college, at Fort Hamilton High School. We went to a little park across the street and put some Vaseline on the lens so you almost can't see where it says Fort Hamilton High School. Other than that, we shot at the exterior of the apartment building was in Astoria. The interior of the apartment building was a big building in the Grand Concourse in the Bronx. And that's also where Alex encountered the bum that he murders and the hip-hop boys that mug him. We shot in Alphabet City. So we hopped all over the city quite a bit, but primarily we were based in Brooklyn, one hot summer with no air conditioning. This version that you're about to see is from my personal 16mm print. It's 6 minutes longer than the version that's on VHS and DVD, and that's because I found those 6 minutes, my dialogue, excruciating. So when I got the chance to put it on DVD, the first thing I did was cut out those 6 minutes. The other thing I'd like to say is that we shot the film in 16mm, which is a square box. And we intended it to be blown up to 35mm, which is a rectangle. And when you do a blow up from 16 to 35, you leave extra room at the top and the bottom, because they slice off the top and the bottom to turn the square into the rectangle and make the small rectangle fit into the bigger rectangle. But we never got to do our blow up. So the film was really misframed. And for years I couldn't watch it like that. But again, when it went to DVD, I was able to letterbox it and make it look the way that we had intended all that time. Something else that's different in the version you're going to see, the opening title, the zoom on Slime City, was horrible. Looks like it was done by a first grader. And for years, people who saw the film the first time would say, I didn't realize that Mary Huner played both the good girl and the bad girl. And I think one of the reasons that they didn't realize that is because the end credits were out of focus. So again, when we did the DVD, we redid the end credits so that those are in focus. If you haven't seen the sequel, Slime City Massacre, I shot that in Buffalo, New York, which is where I am now. It's where I live. And in years to come, every other action movie is going to have a head bad guy who's based on Donald Trump. And I just want everyone to know that I did it first. In 2009, Slime City Massacre, my bad guy Ronald Crump hired a bunch of assassins to wipe out the homeless people in Slime City so that he could turn it into Crump City. He was an egomaniac. So I want that credit. If you've never seen another film of mine called Killer Rack, it's not a sequel to Slime City, but there's a lot of references to Slime City in it. A friend of mine wrote the script, and Madame Selena does make another appearance. That's about all I have to say. I wish I could be there with you. The state of the world being what it isn't the case. We thought we were making a scary horror film and quickly learned on our first screening that we had made a horror comedy or a comedy horror. I've come to live with that. Please laugh hard. Enjoy yourselves. Wear a mask. Stay safe. Vote. Vote. The slime must be appeased. Thank you.